Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to our Monday night. Welcome to the team call. We have this every Monday evening. I don't know that we're going to have it on Christmas or New Year's Eve this year because I think that's when we've got, yeah, so, well, Christmas anyway. So we've got a couple more. Actually, this is the last one, I think, because I don't think we're going to do it New Year's Eve day. But anyway, welcome. We do it every Monday except for those Mondays. I'm David Silverman. I'm a triple diamond in Maryland, and Debbie Wetzler is triple diamond in Maryland also. She's my dear friend and sponsor. We work as a team, a very close team. And in fact, as I said, we had lunch together today. We're working but playing too. But we do this call every Monday night, and it serves a few purposes. And one of the purposes is to meet the new people so they can get to know us. We get to know you a little bit, although that's a short segment of the call. But it's also so that you can kind of get a feel, new people and your new people can get a feel for who we are, not just me and Debbie, the team. And that it's more than just about an amazing product. There's some really great people involved. I'm looking at 32 of them right here. We always have a testimonial, a product testimonial to hear what these amazing products do for people. We have a really special one today with a really old friend of mine. And we always have business testimonial. Most people in this world are struggling and settling. And this product and the development of it and the fact that it's marketed through network marketing, the fact that it's patented, the fact that we're early, the fact that it's doing a good thing by making people aware of this has created a business opportunity that changes lives. And sometimes the business opportunity not only changes people's financial lives, it changes their health also because they're so stressed about either struggling or settling financially or settling with too little fun in life or too little time freedom because they're working for someone else, their employer. Gives people a chance to own their own life without having to spend money on a franchise. We do some recognition for people that have accomplished some really cool things this past week, and things are really starting to move now, which is pretty cool. We make announcements to make people aware of what's going on, make sure they know what's going on. We do a little bit of training on how to educate people about this product and the opportunity, and do it in a way where they can duplicate that. So eventually you become irrelevant because you've trained your people well on how to educate others and how to teach others to educate others about this. And then hopefully we have a little bit of time for Q&A so people can throw out any questions they want. We have a chat box on here. If you have questions or comments, you can certainly throw it in the chat while we've got everybody muted. But that's the purpose of the call. We're all getting ready for the 4 big events that are taking place around the United States, and 5 in Asia, and 1 in Australia, 1 in Europe, and 1 in Mexico. But in the US here, where most of the people are on this call here, in Los Angeles, January 6th is a huge event. I'll be there I'll be one of probably 20 diamonds and corporate. There'll be one in Dallas on the 13th of January with founder Tyler Norton and a bunch of diamonds, probably 20 diamonds there. Spokane, Washington on January 20th, same thing. And then here in Rockville, Maryland, we're already up to almost 200 people registered. Get registered. The price goes up soon. Go to asiaevents.com, asiaevents.com. And that's on January 27th. CEO of the company is going to be here, Chuck Funky. Athletes, I think 17 diamonds, really remarkable date. And just to make sure everybody's aware that, just so you know, there's no opportunity meeting there. There's no meeting explaining ASEA. People that you bring to that, you can bring all of your downline. Please bring your downline, and you can bring guests. But make sure they're aware of what ASEA is and been to like maybe one of the Thursday night presentations or one of mine or Debbie's, so that had a 3-way phone call so they know what it is. These meetings are so people can really get a feel for the company, the people, the field, the leadership, and where we're going in 2018. They're making some big announcements at these events. So just want to mention that. So having said that, I want to introduce somebody to the call. His name is Jerry Herson. He and Barbara, his wife Barbara, are friends for, oh my God, for so long. In fact, Jerry went to high school with my mother, believe it or not. And they are the coolest people. They really are. And Jerry is financially set 1,000 times over. But he called me today, left a message on my phone yesterday, and I spoke with him today. and he shared something that happened with him that I said, Jerry, this is important. Would you mind sharing this on our call tonight? He said, absolutely. So Jerry, I think I've unmuted you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clear.
I know you're on the phone, Jerry. Thanks so much, Jerry. And if you could just share your background first so people get a feel for who you are, Jerry, will you?
I'm Jerry Herson. I've been in the automobile business in Washington, D.C. and Maryland for 71 years. I'm 80 years of age. I've been a professional weightlifter, bodybuilder, boat designer, boat operator. I've operated some of the fastest yachts in the world. And as David said, he was a little further back. His mom was my junior high school sweetheart. So
that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Go ahead.
David introduced Barbara and I to ASEA some time ago, and I have been in physical fitness and all of my life. And I have to admit that when we first got it, my wife takes it. She had some major surgery last year, and she had terrific recuperative experience because of it. I still didn't do it. I found out in May of this year that I had possible bladder cancer. They did a lot of testing and what have you, and I was scheduled for surgery to have a cancerous bladder tumor removed on her anniversary, a great present for Barb, on October the 16th. The doctor said that from some of the testing and what have you, he felt that this was aggressive. I had started taking ASEA I'm going to say 30 to 45 days before the actual surgery. And when they went in to remove the tumor, he said, yes, it was cancerous, and that they were going to schedule on December 4th to go back in and check another spot that they found after the biopsy reports came in. They told me that I could not lift any weights, anything higher than 5 pounds until this. And after I told him that I was having no signs of anything, about 2 weeks before December 4th, they allowed me to go back in and start lifting. And to me, that's heavy weights. This year for my birthday, I benched 405 pounds on my 80th birthday. I do 1,800 crunches a morning, and I got my 8th degree black belt in Taekwondo. All of that is showing what I had thought I was giving up. The worst part of this to me was they told me that starting this week, I was going to have to go in for 6 weeks of chemo into my body through my penis, which scared the bejeebies out of me. I went in on the 4th to have this other biopsy done, and the doctor called me the night before my appointment, and he said, Jerry, I don't know what to say. I will see you tomorrow, but I had to call you and give you this news beforehand because this is something I've never seen. You are totally clean. We went in and we checked the tumor replacement site. There's nothing there. While we were in there, we decided let's go ahead and check the muscle wall. Nothing was there. So they told me that they were not going to do the chemo, and that on March the 3rd, they're going to go back in and do another site, to go back in and check things out again. He couldn't believe what he was seeing because the cancer that I had, he said, was very aggressive. I'm not an overly religious person, but I believe very, very, very deeply. I don't know of anything that I've ever talked to anybody that's been in this position, but Barbara, instead of twice a day with ASEA, I've been doing it 3-4 times a day. And that is the only thing that has been different in my daily life since this started. So I had to call David today, and I was just letting him know because I have another friend he's 78, and he's been diagnosed with pretty much the same thing. And I wanted David to speak to him. And he asked me if I would say something tonight. So all I can tell you is that if you throw a drowning man a matchstick, he's going to cling to it. I just thank the good Lord that my wife and David were instrumental in getting me to do this. And I don't know what to give other than prayer and the good Lord to say that ASEA has to have had a major part of this. So it will be part of my daily and my life from here on out, which, you know, that until something happens to you personally, you're not a believer. I'm a solid believer in this now. And I don't know what else to say other than thank you, David. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, ASEA.
Jerry, thanks so much for sharing that. And yeah, we've seen some remarkable things. I didn't know you were going through that. And thank God that, that Barbara really got you on it and pushed you on it, because we've seen that respond several times with this product. So we're glad you're going to be lifting weights, power boating, yachting, selling cars, enjoying life. And I hope I see you in Florida.
I'm looking forward to it, and get you guys down there and show you my new toy. It's one of 8 in the world, the only one in America. And I thank the good Lord that I'll be able to keep operating the boat. Thank you, ASEA, and thank you, David, for allowing me to share my story. And all I can tell you is that what a product.
Yep. Thank you. Well, hopefully we'll be able to help your friend too, Jerry. Give my love to Barbara.
I will do so. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Pretty amazing. Okay, Deb, I'm turning it over to you.
I was in the car when he called David, and I said to David, we've got to have him on because it was so remarkable. So that's why we do this business, to help great people get well and healthy. So I'm very thankful that he came on to share that with all you guys. This also changes people's lives in a business aspect of it, and it changes people's lives financially, and it gives them the extra money that they might need for things in their life that come up occasionally. And so with that in mind, I've asked one of my very special friends who I met years ago, who now lives in Calgary. She's a gold in my organization, and ASEA has come in, and it did change her life health-wise, but it also changed her life from the business standpoint. So I asked her if she would be the business testimonial. So Ida, would you like to share what this has done for you business-wise?
ASEA Christmas was sometimes very tight because both of us was retired, my husband and I, and we lost a lot of retired funds for bad investment, you know, and stock market and all that stuff. When you are in 60s, you don't have hardly any chance to remake it. So Debbie's friendship came to my life a long time ago, and we rekindled 4 years ago. And it was a right time for me because helped my health and finances. And finances is really, really start kicking up now, you know, especially when I qualify as a gold. And I don't have any stress or anything for this Christmas. I went to a bookstore today and I bought all the good stuff and card for stocking stuffers. And you know, and I didn't even blink when $180 was redeemed. So it was wonderful. And I have to tell you, just to follow the system, grow close to it, your downline and upline, and it's working. And you know, even in our tough economy, what we had in the last couple of years in Alberta, we really had money what came in every week from ASEA helped me sometimes to paying my car payment. I don't have a mortgage, luckily, but other stuff you always have to pay. And as yesterday, the wash machine hose blew up, everything was flooded in a basement. So, today we just had to buy a new seal and everything. It was over $400. And, it really helps when you have extra money Thursday going into your account. And I am so grateful for Debbie's friendship and help and fun and love and everything what she's giving to me. It's just unbelievable. And it's working. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ida. And it's so good to see how it's been able to help you and your family. You've had some challenges with your house this past year and everything. It's helped with all of that. And for fun later during the holidays, I'll have to show the video I took of Ida celebrating with me my mother's birthday.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare! I'm never gonna talk to you. If you're ever gonna do this,
Okay.
then I'm gonna go get Hendrix.
Yes, there we go.
Look what you did me.
Yes. Anyway, we've had a really, really, really big week this past week. People are really kicking in, and I think the promotions during the holiday really had a lot to do with people thinking about maybe giving some of this as gifts and different things, or to maybe very special people and stuff like that. And so we always have, take a few minutes to congratulate people. We see what people are doing through rank advancements in this company. That's some of the things. We don't see everything. People are always so good-hearted in this business, and they share things, they talk to people, they listen to people's problems. We can't go through all the wonderful things that people do for people because we don't always know about them also, but the rank advancements have been quite huge. So I would just like to share with you what happened this past week. So we had one new director this week, Loretta Jordan, and we congratulate her for sharing this with a couple of people, definitely, to be able to become a new director. We had new director 300s, Andrew Colabella, Donnelly Martin, Talis May Martin, Chin-Hwa Cho, San-Hwa Cho, Mei-Hung Lee, Maureen Monroe, Wan-Ti Lin, Marie Fleur Provost, Nicholas Lim Kai-Fu, Sabrina Chang, Keaton Rodlin, Dr. Peter and Mary File, Jamie Vineros, and Graces Ho. New Director 700s, John Talsma, Clara Chan, Jinhong Zhu, Stephen Tung, Joseph Lin, Pei Huan Chiang, Lawrence Dubois, Ann Chen, April Nguyen, Jonathan Jordan Lim Kao Lu, Yilin Tang, Chinwang Ye, and Vicky Yi. New bronze executives this week, Tekla Brodek, one of our first bronzes in our team in France, George Hugh, Simone Lim Ansoon, Bess Liu. New silver executives this past week, Frank Lin, Tekli Chia, Yin Wan Cho, Lin Feng Liang. New gold executive, Elizabeth Su, and new platinum executive, Melody Lin. So as you can hear, we've had quite a huge week in ASEA just this past week. And like I said, it's part of Asia opening, it's part of being the holidays, and it's part of just going out and sharing what this product can do and saving people's lives, such as Jerry Herson. And Jerry's been a good friend of mine for years also. I own a Herson's Honda as we speak. So we're very happy that this can change people's lives in that way. And before we go into a little bit of the training, I want to thank Jackie Wetzler for last week bringing us the Shaper app. I've already had several people come back to me telling me what a great thing that was in their lives, and they've met already several new people and signed up some people from it. So I'd like to thank her for the training on the Shaper. And if you haven't gotten on, you might want to think about getting on and taking a look at it. So thank you, Jackie, if you're still there.
Should we go through announcements real quick?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, awesome. And Ida, thank you so much for sharing that. I'm not going to go through a bunch of the announcements. I already talked about the January events. If you go to asiaevents.com, please register for these events. Just so you know, most of the events are going to have leadership dinners either the night before or the night after. Ours in Rockville, our leadership dinner is going to be, I think, at Paladar in Rockville, down the street from the hotel, Friday evening. It is only for bronzes and above. So we're telling you this because we have limited space. This thing is going to hold 50, 60 people. All the diamonds are coming into town there. Chuck Funky's going to be there. Chuck Funky's the CEO. Karen, Riley. This is only for bronzes and above. So we're not sending the link out on the flyer. I finished the flyer. I'm not putting the link to register for the dinner there, because I'm telling you guys, if people show up there that are not bronzes or above, whether they've paid or not, they can't come in. They could go in the other part of the restaurant, but this event is special. This is just for bronzes and above. Now, there are a lot of people going bronze. There are a lot of people that can go bronze by January 27th. As long as you are at least bronze, that means bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, all the way up, you can come to this dinner. But please get the word out. Don't just say, well, I'm just going to go anyway, because we're really going to turn you away if you're not a bronze or above. So please, if you're not, if you want to come, please, we want you to come. Get bronze. These dinners are great. When you go to these dinners, you get to really hang with everybody in a much more intimate setting. Trust me, it's worth it. Carolyn and Paul Hoffman made it a point that they were absolutely going to be bronze for the last one, and they were. Now they're silver already. So I wanted to make that announcement. Go to asiaevents.com. You can see all the events, including Mexico and everywhere else. Everybody should have this Winfrastructure document. I updated this 2 weeks ago. This document shows everybody what's going on where, right? It's a 6-page document, and the last page is just about how to get immediate pain relief with the gel, which everybody should know 3 times in 5 minutes. But it just goes through that. The next to last page shows the upline with all of the phone numbers, everything. In fact, I updated it because Trish Winkler just went double presidential diamond here. But this is your upline diamond team. Going back to the second page, this is what the announcements. These are the things that are live events that go on. And this is what you need to plug into. If you want this business to be big, if you want to create a significant income, and it depends what significance to you. It could be $1,000 a week is all that you want, right? That's $50,000 a year residually. That is a lot of money, right? But if you just kind of do it your own way and you don't plug into what's going on and understand the importance of getting people to live events online or in person, then you're really going to have a tough time, really. So the first section here is field, team calls, and webinars, right? These are live trainings for your team. Number 2, you're on right now, the Wetzler Silverman team meeting. That's us. The charge-up call is every day at 11 o'clock. It's recorded. These are critical for learning and getting your team plugged into this to learn about the product and the business. Then these are live presentations for guests. Now, this is where the rubber hits the road. All this stuff is training. It's getting you to realize, hey, you can do this. There's a system in place, but you've got to get people to events. So Thursday is the most important night of the week for all of us. This is in-home night. This is where people that are long distance, you can have them tune into one of these 4 30-minute webinars. But if they're local, get them to your house. You know, face-to-face is still the best way to do this. Eyeball to eyeball, belly to belly. And one of the reasons is you don't just talk about this product, you give them an experience. If their neck is stiff, if they've got horrible arthritis, if they're on opiates, whatever it is, menstrual cramp, headache, give this a shot. 3 times in 5 minutes, you got a 90% chance that they will know that this works. And then at 7:30, you start at 7 o'clock in any time zone you're in, because we do this at 7:30 in every U.S. time zone. An expert, a triple diamond or above, zooms in on this technology, a different Zoom number, to explain everything for you. You don't have to explain anything. You just tell your story, tell them why you invited them, what you see in this for yourself, and for them, play a quick little video to give a little a little explanation, 7 minutes, put the gel on everybody, and at 7:30, boom, you have everything done for you. All you have to do is have application forms, health benchmark forms, and we do the rest for you. So that's every Thursday night at 7:30 in every time zone. Weekdays, seminars. Now, this is happening this week. Next week's holiday week, we're going to see what happens. But this week, yes, Debbie and I do What is a SIA webinars, and they are live and they are interactive on this Zoom number, right? Well, when are they? Well, I do it every Tuesday. That's tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, and I do it every Thursday at 8 a.m. Eastern. Okay? Tuesdays and Thursdays, me. Tuesdays, 1 p.m. Eastern, and Thursdays, 8 a.m. Eastern. Debbie does it at 1 p.m. on Thursday Eastern. Same Zoom number, right? Sylvie, maybe she'll jump in here. I'm not sure if she's still doing the French ones till the end of the year, but she just broke a bronze in France. She does them on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. Sylvie, are you on right now?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes. Last webinar will be this month, this Wednesday. We will start the next one. I think it's the 3rd of January. We will go back live on the 3rd.
Okay, thank you, Sylvie, and congratulations on your new bronze, Tekla.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So Sylvie does this for everybody. I mean, she's leading the charge in French. So if you know people in Canada that speak French, or in France or Switzerland, that's at 2 p.m. and that's the Zoom number. It's on this infrastructure document. If you don't have this document and you're in Debbie's group and not mine, email her. If you're in my group, email me, we'll get it to you. These are done for the month, but the first Tuesday of the month, there's a health professional webinar. The second Tuesday of the month is the animal webinar. But these things are recorded, and this document shows you where you can go listen to the ones that have already happened. Now, those are the live events. This page is prospecting videos. This page is training information. Again, if you want the business to pay you as a business, make yourself aware of these things, because this is what's going to make your life easier. Honest to God. Debbie's had a huge week last week, and she didn't even know what was going on, because she's basically made herself not irrelevant, because she's a leader. She's going to be an ambassador diamond very soon, but her people are trained very well, and Avadni has trained her people very well because they plug into the system. So that's really all that I wanted to mention as far as announcements, Deb.
May I make an announcement, please?
Yes.
Regarding Copenhagen. For people who are going in Copenhagen, ASEA Europe decided that people who purchase the business pack and are not able to go will be able to transfer the ticket or give it or whatever to someone. And this is only valid for Copenhagen. We cannot do that in the US. If you bought the business pack, you cannot transfer for that ass. Only for Europe.
Okay, thank you. And that's on ASEA events also. I have it on the screen. There's the Copenhagen event, the 25th, 27th. And you can see all the events. There's Rockville, Maryland. There's Australia. There's Dallas. Everything's there. So please, everybody, and the prices are going up, go register for your event. And once you decide to go, you got not a month on some of them. I'll be in LA and I'll be here. But you've got about a month. Get people educated about this. Get them on some of the live webinars so that they will want to come to get a good feel for this whole thing. Okay, because they're going to meet everybody from, well, lots of people from corporate, multi-million-dollar earners in this, and nobody stands up and talks about the money. We just don't. Nobody does that. They're going to get a good feel for this. This is not their daddy's Amway and other companies. This is the real deal. This is something really important. Not there's something wrong with Amway, but they don't have a breakthrough for humanity like we do. We're dead serious, and you're going to hear what's going to happen in 2018 and 19, which is really exciting. So just want to say that.
One thing, David, I beg on everybody, we need 5 more people who sign for Copenhagen, who speak French, or at least request for French. If you speak a little bit of French, but understand English, I mean, we need 5 more people to have professional translator.
Well, let's do some three-ways with your French people that are going. If we do it with 5 people and we get 1 to go each, then they'll get a translator.
Yep.
I'll help you. Okay. All right. Merci.
And I'll just remind people again that the promotion that's going on, buy 3 ASEA, get 1 free, 2 Renew, get 1 free, 2 face care kits, get 1 free, is ending at the end of this month. So again, if you want to stock up, if you need anything, or if you can afford to give some as gifts or something like that, then consider doing that. And or I know in Asia, as they always do, they get together and they go in together. So they calculate how much 4 cases of ASEA would be at $360, which is about $90 a case. And they each put in $180, and then they have 4 cases. So it's a way to save money if you go in with somebody. And you can't do it online. I think you might be able to do it if you call the company and put it in order. You might be able to split it credit card wise. Otherwise, somebody can just give the other person a check for it.
Yep.
And get together. So it's just another way. I remember when we used to have 10 packs, people would go in on them, and people would each get, sometimes they were split 5 ways, and each person would get 2 extra cases, but they would pay very little for them. So anyway, that's just another thought also, a way to increase your volume for the last 2 weeks, but get extra product and be able to bless somebody's life with it or bless your own life with it. Okay?
And you get to write off your Christmas gifts. The gel is the U28 is the best thing to give, I think, because there's so many uses of it, and 1 tube could help an entire family 10 times over that has pain, and everybody likes to get rid of wrinkles too, but it's a gift. It's a promotional gift. You get to write off your Christmas gifts. So if you're going to do it quick so you get it before the holiday.
And remind people as they're considering this, that if they get in this year, they can write off, ASEA on their taxes next April, because it's a home-based business. You can write off part of your home, toilet paper, everything, because people are coming to your house to learn about this. You can write off the ASEA that you're buying because you have to be active to be paid, and you have to buy a case of ASEA to be active. So there's a lot of write-offs that you can get for joining and having a home-based business, which is all wonderful for tax season next year. And that's what people start thinking of, unfortunately, almost immediately after Christmas and New Year's. So anyway, just 2 more announcements.
And one thing about the drink too, getting it at the buy 3, get 1 free, is if you are plateaued on your response and you're drinking a certain amount, Sandra asked how much was Jerry taking for his condition. I think he's taking 12 ounces a day, 12 to 16 ounces a day. And you plateaued and you're like, gosh, I'd like to see something happen. Debbie and I see this all the time. People just need this bump, and they just drink a lot of it. If you're stuck on 4 or 8 ounces and you're still not seeing some things go away, invest in the product now. You can say it's promotional product, and bump your dose up quite a bit. And watch what happens. We have people that just say, okay, I'm going to drink a half a bottle every day for a week, and let's just see what happens. Some people drink a bottle a day for a week. And it's expensive to do that on a long term, but if sometimes something just needs more, and here's a chance to get a good deal on the product. So, and at the end of the year, taxes and all that too. So anyway, for what it's worth.
Yeah, and I'll just mention also what David's going into, the extra stress during the holidays for a lot of people, just trying to get everything done, deal with your own business, your own, life on top of holidays and decorating and shopping. Family. That can cause a lot of stress on people. And so ASEA is the number 1 stress breaker that I know about. So anyway. So think about all of that during the holiday season.
Training topic?
Well, I mean, you had mentioned, promoting, and we've talked about it quite a bit, but one of the things that leaders always do I think, better than other people because they've just got it in the front and center of their minds all the time, is promoting the next event. And for you, when you're speaking to people, you might promote the next time you're going to speak to them and lock in the time so that you don't have to stress about when to call somebody back on a three-way, and to lock in the time so that you can even set up a three-way. You know, it's so much easier if you've locked in Thursday at 3 to call David or myself or any of these other wonderful leaders on this call and say, okay, at 3 o'clock I have on Thursday a three-way. Can anybody help me? Because you already know when it is. So that's promoting that next event. You also want to promote the next event that we have live, and David's just gone into all of those. Thursday nights, live webinars that we're doing, live webinars that Sylvie's doing, webinars that other people are doing. I mean, the one last week with Sean Burke and Dr. Gary Samuelson was absolutely phenomenal. I hope everybody has watched that. Talk about a gift for the holidays. That was amazing. You can promote that by sending the link even, you know, and telling them to watch it by a certain time, and you'd like to, you know, get their feedback on it. That's promoting that. We have big events coming up, of course, the Envisions and the big event in Europe. As far as convention, we have a big event in Australia, the convention there in February, the very first part of February. You can promote that. This is a worldwide business, and people have people everywhere. I have friends in Australia. I have friends in Europe. I have friends in Asia now. And so we're always promoting, and of course they're in Mexico also. So we're always promoting the next big event anywhere and telling people about it. And, you know, I mean, the Shaper Act that Jackie went into can tell you different people in different areas of the country, I think. And you can also go on Facebook and actually put in different areas of the country. So I know Tammy always does this. If she's going to go fly somewhere, like, I don't know, say she was going to Oklahoma, she gets on Facebook and see if she's got any friends in Oklahoma. And that way she can contact them, say, hey, I'm going to be in your neighborhood for the first time in my life. Love to see you or get together and tell you a little bit more about what I do. I mean, all of these are promoting things, and you're constantly getting people to be reminded of what you do, who you are, and keeping your business moving and alive. And so the better you get at promoting and remembering to do things like that, you know, because so many people get excited and the person's interested and they're going to watch a video, and you walk away and you're like, yes, yes, yes. And you forgot to set up the next appointment with them. So now you're like, oh, great. When are they going to watch it? When should I call them back? It's the holidays. Should I bother them on Thursday? Should I bother them on Friday? I mean, Sunday's Christmas Eve. Should I call them then? You know, you don't know because you haven't set up the event. So don't forget to do that. That's a very important part of what you do for your business. And it saves you a lot of stress also. And you can put that in Genie, or you can put that in a calendar or a planner, and you're always following up with the people at the right day and the right time, and you have three-ways available. I don't know if David would like to add anything to promoting. It's been so quiet recently. It's been phenomenal. So. Oh,
it's the most important thing that we do, because if you're aware of what's going on and you can promote it, either it's a video or a book or a tool or a person, that person can then end up promoting the same thing. And when we talk to people, it's one voice. When people start hearing about this from other people and what this product does for people, just hearing the stories, the picture becomes much, much clearer. And, you know, one person recommending a movie is one thing, 3 people saying it's the most amazing thing, then you buy a ticket. And promotion is really, really important. That's why I spend so much time on promoting events. Debbie and I put time into doing these webinars during the week for you to invite your guests to, but we can't get them there. You have to make a focused effort of getting people to these events, to a Thursday night in your home. It's all in place. And guys, you know, you do this, it could take 2 years part-time. It could take 4 years part-time, but it's creating residual income. It's not just making money. It's not growing quickly at the beginning, but you have to see it. It will grow and grow as long as you're doing the work, even though you're not seeing the big income coming, realize that people are going to come into your business who want it as much or more than you do. And we help latch onto those people and help them go. But you got to get them plugged into what's going on, whether it's events for them to learn what this is, or it's events to teach them how to do it, right? And then, because it's the most important thing, you got to talk to people, obviously, but you got to be a good promoter. So I think it was a great topic, Debbie.
Well, we talked about it today, but anyway, so, and again, I'll just remind you, that testimonial from Jerry Herson to begin with. This is a great webinar. David's going to send out the link because he took control. So he'll record it and send out the link. Just tell him to listen to the first 5 minutes of this webinar tonight. That was an incredible product testimonial about what this can do for people. And so this is a great promotion tool. The first 5 minutes, and they can listen to Ida with what this has done for her in her life also. But I mean, so just the first few minutes, they don't have to listen to the whole phone call. Just tell them, just listen to the first 5 minutes. This is our team phone call. This is what we hear every single week. We hear a different testimonial. So, so use the tools that we create also, and people like that. There was a great testimonial even on the charge up call today. This woman, I don't even know how she lived through all the stuff she went through, but it certainly turned her life around. Anyway, so that's about it. And we could get to, I don't know if you have anything else, but we could get to any new people that are on the line, if you'd like, and just have them tell us a little bit about themselves. Do you have anything else, David?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Again, I don't think we're not having a call next next Monday.
And the next Monday is New Year's, so
yeah. So we really won't have another one until the
January 7th or
the 8th. I'll be flying home from Los Angeles. Hopefully, I'll be back, but the 8th will be the next one, January.
Okay. So that'll be the next one, and of course everybody, I hope, has David and my contact information. Of course, if you need anything, let us know. We'll be taking a little bit of extra time off during the holidays, definitely to be with our families and give them the attention they need. And I hope everybody can spend time with people they love this holiday season also.
I think I'll golf too, if you don't mind.
You'll go off?
Golf.
Oh, golf. You'll golf. Okay. I know you're going to go off.
Yeah. So, I see somebody new on here.
Okay. Who do you see?
So, Brigitte, I'm going to unmute you, and I see Anthony's on the line. Why don't you introduce Anthony?
Sure.
Perfect.
Hi, everybody. So I have a new business partner, a new associate that just joined over the weekend. I'm very excited about that. His name is Anthony Ravello. I'm actually excited because he's from Trinidad and Tobago, so maybe we could start opening up that area really soon. So we met actually with a different tool than Jackie uses. Jackie uses Shaper, and I've been using something called My Opportunity. And that's how we networked. And I was using the keywords for network marketing and MLM, and he was one of my matches. So I reached out and we had a conversation, and the rest is history. So Tony, welcome to the team. If you could just introduce yourself, we'd love to hear more about you.
All right. Are you hearing me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Thanks so much, Brigitte. It was really an adventure meeting you. I must say to the least that I thought when I found you an opportunity, I was actually seeking for an opportunity based on some other things that I'm doing. So I thought it was a great link up. And then I met David. So I think going forward, I think it should work out. It would work out, in fact. And as you said already, I'm from Trinidad, and basically my love for the country and the people there also would let me try to take it to that country also. All right.
Let me mention one thing. Good to see you, Tony.
Thanks, Dave.
So, Brigitte, and Tony knows this because Tony's done network marketing for years, looking for the right one. He's had success in other ones, but Brigitte did this by the book. I mean, she introduced it to Tony. He watched a video, did a 3-way phone call. Brigette's in New York. Tony lives in Maryland, probably about 40 minutes from me. We met the other day for coffee, and Tony brought his friend Rennie, who's really a great guy. And and you hadn't even tested the product yet. You hadn't seen it yet. You had signed up, Tony, but how did you like Rennie's face when the pain in his ankle went away in about 4 minutes?
Oh, yeah, it was like a kid in a toy store. His eyes lit up. That was great. That was great.
And he said, "You're not leaving here with that. You know that, Dr. Silverman, right?" I'm like, "It's okay. You can have that. That's fine."
I even wanted to pay for that. Imagine that. So that's good.
So, and Tony, since you're brand new, you can attest to that we kind of do what we preach, because after that meeting, what was the first thing that happened when you were in the car with Rennie? Because Rennie hadn't had a 3-way call. Did I call you with somebody else on the line?
Oh, yes. Yes.
With Bo,
yes.
right?
Bo, yeah.
Yep. And just so you all know, Tony already did a 3-way call with me with somebody today that I'm going to meet with on Thursday. So the people, Tony knows 3-way calls are really, really important, and getting to meet people and face-to-face, whether it's online or in person. So Tony, looking forward to working with you. I know you're going to be away. You're going to Trinidad Tobago tomorrow. You're not
right
back until the day of the event, but I'm going to do my best to have you have people there, and I'll take care of them at the event on the 27th.
Right. But I'm looking forward, even though I'm not there with David, but he's excited about the relief for his dad with the pain, and for himself and his wife. So I sure things should turn out good on Thursday when you meet with him, you know?
Absolutely.
And
Great.
thanks.
Thank you so much, Tony.
Thanks, David.
Thanks, Brigitte. Way to go.
Thank
Nice
you.
All
to
right.
meet you, Tony.
Okay.
Does anyone else have anyone new that they have on this week? I know it's kind of getting to be a busy week, 1 week before Christmas, but anybody else have anybody new on?
Just have to unmute in the bottom left. I see some questions in the chat while we're waiting. Let's see.
I think the biggest question was how many orders can you place for the buy whatever, get one free, and you're limited to 6. However, we keep saying if you're going to order them, pick somebody underneath you so you can order the cases underneath them, and you'll get paid. You'll get the volume for those. So if I wanted to place buy 3 ASEA case pack and get one free, I'd put that under somebody under my left, probably. That's where I need it. I could put it on the very bottom person so that everybody gets 300 points, but that's what the points are worth. And so if you put them under yourself, you just get personal volume. But if you put it under somebody on your left or your right, you get 300 or 200 points flowing up through anybody you put it under and yourself, and on up through your upline.
So I'm showing a picture for people. I just drew it, so it's nothing fancy. But if that's you, don't put the order under you, right? If this is your big side during the week and this is your smaller side, find out this ID number in your back office, and you can just call. I saw you yawn while I started talking. I saw that.
Sorry.
It's okay. I know. It's almost over. You're almost done with me. So you want to put the order under this person here, because if you put a buy 3, get 1 free order, that's 300 points, right? You're buying 3 cases, get 1 free. That's 300 points there. That means you get a $30 rebate that week, because 10% of 300. So that's what she's saying. And if some people have ordered more than 6, but you can only put 6 under one person, right? And then you put it under a different one down here. Don't put it under yourself, because you don't really get paid on that if you've already qualified. If you have 100 points under you, or 200 points as a bronze or above, it's a waste. Okay, so you can do it, but why not get a little rebate on it?
Right. So anyway, well, just ask Jackie how it's a good thing I didn't start snoring instead of just yawning.
Yeah, I know that happens. I have that effect on women.
Anyway, so I don't know if there's any other questions on that, but just, yeah.
Is that clear to everybody? Okay. And does anybody have any questions at all? Like anything? For
Michael
once.
did.
Yes, David,
Yeah,
Debbie,
Michael.
this is Michael. Hi, everyone. I have two questions. I ran into this question twice already, so I was interested to see how diamonds react to that. And because Tammy and Chuck are here in Montana with me, I posed the question to them, but I didn't get any answer, but they just passed it on to David. So my first question is, am I not supposed to ask Tammy and Chuck questions? And who can I ask?
No, of course you can. Everybody's pretty, of course you can ask anybody in the upline questions. But what was the question that was passed to me?
No, the question was, they approached me and said, well, if this is such a big breakthrough of a lifetime, then why aren't there any peer review studies on ASEA?
That's an easy question to answer. So this is a breakthrough. And there are people in the world, lots of people that believe everything they see on television, and they believe everything that the press says. There's a lot of stuff going on in the government, in the oil industry, the energy industry, the drug industry that people don't understand. Many of you do, because you've seen what this does and you wonder, why don't we know about this, things like this. There are lots of amazing things out there that help people that the pharmaceutical industry tries to bury, tries to get the FDA to shut down. And this company is being very careful with this sacred, some people say holy, innovation. They're not doing studies on diseases. They're not doing studies on bladder cancer. They're not doing studies on anything that is medical. They don't want anybody these things to start getting out and people posting, oh, look, this product has been proven to cure cancer. It gets blasted over social media. They don't want all that attention right now. They're being very careful. Now, when people say, I don't believe that, I'll say, well, I'm sorry. That's what I'm telling you it is. Do you have any pain anywhere? Yeah, put this on. Well, all those really important questions and objections people have, very often they disappear when someone has an experience. And if they don't, Michael, I'm telling you, I just let them be. I'm like, when you hear about it from other people, you come to me. I'm telling you why there are no peer-reviewed studies. And people that are so entrenched in Western medicine and science, and their mind is so tight that way, they don't believe what I'm saying. And you know what? They don't believe a lot of things unless it's on 60 Minutes. So that's it. I'm
going to respond to that too just a little bit. And just in Tammy and Chuck's case also, they just flew back from Arkansas. She was in an ad council, so she couldn't talk for quite some time. They were there for several days over the weekend. And then they flew immediately to Arkansas to be with their children and grandchildren. And even when I tried to call her, she goes, oh my gosh, I got to go. Something had just happened. So they just flew back. So you'll get a response now much easier. They've just been kind of busy themselves. But I asked Dick Walker his opinion on, or what he says on that, because he's a full-on emergency room doctor. And I loved what he said, because he said basically, Virtus had to make a decision based on principle and business. And he showed a pharmaceutical company what this was all about, and he saw their reaction. They were all set to shut it down because they saw what it could do. There were studies there proving that this turned around 3 major diseases. They saw all of that. They knew what this could do, and they still were going to shut it down. So he all of a sudden got it and realized, that we're not always the most, ethical country or whatever industry in the world. Always, people have to make money. And so Virtus had to make a business and a philosophical decision at that moment to choose not to have studies come out so that we wouldn't be overwhelmed, so that the FDA wouldn't come in, the FTC wouldn't come in and shut us down, not wanting us to get out there, because they're really supported by the drug industry and the pharmaceutical industry. So you can say that to them. We've decided we need to do this grassroots, because otherwise we're going to get in trouble.
Excellent.
Be prepared for people to say, I don't believe you. And it's like, oh, okay. You probably wouldn't believe me if I told you the world was round 500 years ago, but hey, you know.
David, I tell them that don't look for ASEA, look for redox signaling molecules, which is what ASEA means.
Yep.
Good point.
Yep.
Okay. I have a pluralism for you. You ready?
Yep.
This is a lot more lighthearted than all the serious conversation you had. You ready? All right, get ready to laugh. If someone wants a double-blind study, I tell them close both eyes and drink the stuff. There. Just to lighten up the situation.
Jackie, you can smile. You've heard her pluralisms before.
David,
I
new
know it's serious, but
new question. Are the Philippines open? I know we've done presentations there, but are they officially open? Can we recruit there, and is product being shipped there?
So so the Philippines, the office is there. The LTO has been submitted. It is going to be signed. We thought it'll be back before Christmas. I've talked to some extremely connected people there who have been assisting in getting everything set up there. Big, huge networkers. And they said that when it gets this close to Christmas, it's a crapshoot because the government doesn't really do very much. They're not paying attention to stuff. So it should be in January. It's just a matter of when in January. So the meeting is taking place in the Philippines, the opportunity meeting on January 16th. If the LTO is in, then it's going to be a full board opportunity meeting. If the LTO is not in by the 16th, then it's going to be kind of a high level, who are we, what are we, not a presentation on the opportunity, not a presentation on the comp plan. So we're praying that it comes in by the 16th. If not, it should be by the end of January. But you can enroll people there. They can earn money. There's limitations on the amount of product they can order right now because of customs. So if you want to, David, you give me a call tomorrow, I can give you more details on that.
Okay, terrific. Thank you.
You bet.
You can enroll people in all the countries that they said have been open. They don't have all their work in so far, but there's many countries that you can enroll people in. Poland, Dominican Republic, and the 5 Asian countries, you can enroll them. They don't always get their product in a timely order because of customs, because it's not fully registered. That's been part of the problem.
Yep.
Any other questions?
Well, we just want to wish you all a very, very happy holiday, happy new year. This has been a great year. Our team, every time we have corporate come on the team calls, are like, wow, you guys have got an amazing team. And we're just really grateful for all of you. I can tell you that. 18 is going to be an enormous year for this company. When I tell you that, we can see it happening now. There are diamonds breaking. Someone's either becoming a diamond or advancing to the next diamond level, like over one a week now. It's happening quickly. Debbie and I are going to be ambassadors in the first quarter, and probably beyond that. And we're so grateful for all of you. And you know, it's not a race to get to the top here. It is not. It took me a while to get the diamond. It took Debbie a while to get the diamond. You have to see it. And we want to bring as many of you with us in 18 as want to come. People are it's going to start happening really, really, really quickly. And I'll let Debbie finish it. I will tell you that we wish you the most amazing holiday. We'll probably be talking to many of you between now and the 3rd when the next meeting is. I'm sorry, the 8th, on January 8th, the next team meeting. But we love you guys and really appreciate you. And I'm so excited about next year. Thank you. Debbie, I'll let you close it.
Well, I just have one thought. Ireland has a lot of pubs and we need to fill them. So get to Diamond. We want you all with us. And yes.
So she can make the video from all of you.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll be filming all of you because I don't drink. So anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, to get serious, yes, I wish from the bottom of my heart that you all have one of the best holiday seasons that you've ever had. I hope you're with everybody you love or in contact with the people you love, and you just have so much fun and laughter and happiness and being with your families and friends and whoever. And then we'll just come out strong again. Just take a little brief rest, have a great time, eat as much as you want because you can always diet in the new year.
Yeah. I'm always Silverman.
Eat as much as you want. Anyway.
One thing.
Happy holidays.
I have a real quick comment if you got a minute.
Yeah, and I got to make another someone had a question I want to share, Pearl, 1 second. So Siri Smith is driving up from Carolina to come to the event in Rockville. Is there anybody that needs a roommate coming into the Rockville meeting? Send me an email or Debbie, okay? I got you, Siri. And the other thing is, before Pearl, is this Thursday night. Thank you, Elisa. The expert in the home is a doctor this week. The expert in the house this week is Thursday is Dr. Foster and Terry Malman, medical professional board. So I know we're getting very close to Christmas. It's the 21st, but we're going through all the way. If anybody to your house, get them over or have them Zoom into him and follow up with them the next day, okay? Thursday night's expert in the house. Go ahead, Pearl.
All right, just another quick comment about this network. People say, is it network marketing? I tell them, absolutely. The dance floor is open. Would you care to dance? And I got a call this morning from someone up in Colorado who was checking to see, because they know I live in California. Do you know, how far away do you live from Temecula? And I said, about an hour. And she's reached out to someone on this Shaper app on the computer. So she has internet communication with this person. The woman's husband died last Thursday, and she's on an island. She doesn't live on an island, but she doesn't have any human connection. She doesn't have any support system. So through this Shaper app, this woman has connected with her and then called me. I'm within an hour. My brother lives out there. So it just could be, and this woman remembered me because I hugged her at a convention once, and she remembered the connection through that hug. So what she's reaching out for is to someone to reach out as a human being to this other person and be a human being there, to be a connection for this woman. It might be about a C, it might not. But this network that we're spreading, wide, is going to touch lives in so many more ways than we can even imagine. That woman's going to get a hug because I'm going to find her. So anyway,
Thanks,
it's just
Pearl.
a beautiful, beautiful net we're throwing out.
I'm going to have to check because I'm the official keeper of all this, and I've got Bobby and Jerry Martin doing the doctor on call.
Oh, are they? Well, you're the official person.
Newsletter.
I know Trish has got it all wrong. She had it wrong last week also.
Okay.
Well, either way, they're fantastic.
So I'll reach out and I'll get it posted on Dream Struggle Victory. So it's supposed to be Bobby and Jerry Martin on the 21st.
Okay. Well, Bobby and Jerry are awesome. Bobby owned healthcare facilities, many of them, and they're not in this for the money. They are completely set for life, kind of like the guest earlier. They're doing it because it's a good thing to do and it's fun, like helping people. So either way, it's always great. Thursdays are always great. Anybody else have any last comments before we unmute everybody?
David and Debbie, I just want to share something. This is Brandy. I just want to share that my son had 3 huge plantar warts on his foot. And I used almost a bottle of Renew on it. And then I thought, you know what? Because someone said seal it off. So what I've been doing with it is his little tiny foot, he's 4, fits in a bag, a plastic bag. So I've been putting an ounce of ASEA in the bag. And he just walks around with this bag on his foot twice a day. And it's like, I'm like, darn, I wasted a whole tube of Renew when I could have just bagged the foot with an ounce of ASEA. But it's like, it's almost healed up. It's awesome. I just wanted to share that because it's awesome.
Awesome, Brandy.
Wonderful, Brandy. That's
And there's nothing better than saying Merry Christmas than getting rid of your warts. So that's wonderful.
Exactly. And Merry Christmas as well. Sorry.
That's great.
Christmas.
Hey, here we go. I'm going to unmute everybody so we can all say Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and everything.
Thank you.
Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Bye, everybody.
Happy everything.
Yeah.
Debbie, I have to talk to you.
Yeah, a very prosperous new year.
Don't
Thank
let me
you.
know.
You too.
I'm happy. I need to talk to you.